Sergio Studios. Extra. Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Sergio Dominguez with another animation look through. This one is episode 149 of the Sergio Show. This is the third stop motion special, and this was made in 2018. It was about 6 years after the second one. I was like, oh, after a while I should do a third one. And I have this fun idea of this prop monster. I remember this episode was in development hell since 2016 or so. I don't remember. If you check out the audio commentary for season 15 of the show. Maybe I remember then. But, yeah. We're going to take a look at certain shots and moments of this specific episode and how I try to make the stop motion animation work in this one. So it's the same method as I did in the previous special. Bringing in captured images from a webcam, bringing into Toon Boom and exporting shot by shot. And now fully embracing putting the mouth digitally and just animating the mouth separately while I bring it into Toon Boom. And that's how I handled this. During production, I obviously rebuilt a new Sergio puppet with foam and more wires and felt. And the whole set has cardboard. So this was a lot more elaborate since it was years ago. But you can still see like seams and hot glue. And a lot of the same things you expect from like simplistic stop motion animation where there's light flickering here. I tried to improve lighting a lot more. I think I use a special LED lighting strip that can change colors, as you're going to see later on in the episode. If you haven't already. But I'm really glad I got to make the Sergio puppet with opposable hands. The first two were just paper hands, but here found a way to rig the hands. So it's like, oh, I'm doing number 3. That's so cute. You can see the wrinkles. But since there was no proper stop motion software, I couldn't keep the character centered that much. There was no way I could check back and forth. So it was a little bit nuts in that time. It would take a couple more years until I get proper stop motion software. But here it is. And things wobbled here. Like the whole set's made out of like cardboard and paper. But a lot more three-dimensional and a lot more closer to the model of the original Sergio Show set. Oh man, and here's a more expressive animation. I think I still did this 10 frames per second. I like the wiggle here of the animation desk. Even the blinking is done digitally. It still works. But there's a lot of character to the movement. I really improved in stop motion, even though I didn't do as much stop motion to improve on than I did with keyframe puppet animation. But this came out well. Yeah, very well done. Things didn't stay that well still, obviously, from here on, even the desk, if you can see it. Here comes the wobbling. The wobbling, that was done digitally. I used Toon Boom for that one. Because I didn't want to move the camera around. Better to like just use the keyframe and just do that. Here's a nice wide shot of the set because I also redid the set. Like I said, I think construction paper and poster paper for this thing, and it came out really good. All of it also foam board. I bought a lot of foam board at one point, and I finally got to use it for a couple of projects, especially this one. Electrical tape here. I love this gag. I love this joke so much. Where it's like, crack. Yeah, the crackling is just paper. I just took a piece I didn't want to really put markers on this like fresh canvas of whiteboard. So I just took a paper and did it. Just put a paper, did the marker outlines little by little. You see I would add outline, to give that look. And while I was doing that, I was animating myself looking at the crack. I love the result. Oh, was it gonna come? How's it gonna come out? No, it's here. It's boom! Whoop, boom! Oh, wait. Hey, whoop, boom! Oh, let me break this down frame by frame if I can. Okay. So since that was like getting ready to crack open, I just want this to just suddenly burst. You see, a frame pop, boom. And obviously you can tell that I couldn't find a way to bring the character really in. I think the stage or the table that I had wouldn't let me have it pop in, so that's why I had like this big pop, like, oh, he's like, what? Boah! That's hilarious. So a lot of things to like bring up here. So yeah, he just popped in. This is the best I can fit him in here. And I switched boards from this to this. I think I took the same one and just cut a big hole where it could fit in. And this is all digitally drawn from Toon Boom, like I kind of did with the mouse, but this time with the square wall pieces to give it that effect that it broke off. Yeah. And I just like, ooh, oh, ooh. And this wonderful thing I made so cheaply, and I love it, out of foam board and crafting foam and wires and bendable straws and this tube that I held on for some reason. I don't know where I got that tube. Dollar store little lights, cardboard. Oh, beautiful. This whole thing was a beautiful mess, and I loved it. That's when I had to rechange the story for it to being this incomplete project. And you can even see details I didn't expect, like the moving of the tape here. It's a little thing I didn't catch on. I could catch on, but it worked for this kind of character. Man, now I have to move the character in ways that I never usually move. Like, he's on the floor, he's turning around. But it still came out well. Ah, that camera jump in frame. Oh, the lack of dragon frame at the time. The lack of dragon frame at the time. But the quality is good. The quality here looks like low, the pixel edges, but that's not out of the video. If you see the video, it's better quality than this. This had to be exported frame by frame, and I had to do it in low quality so Toon Boom can handle all this without crashing. I mentioned that a lot of times before. So this is just a nice example. See, it wiggles, it boils a little bit, but that's fine. Adding to the charm of the crudeness of stop motion that I'm trying to do here. Ah, the tentacle veins. What's gonna do? He moved the furniture. Was that the desk? Yes. He's like, oh, get out of the way. I rigged the mouth with a lot of wires so it could move a little bit more articulation, even though I'm going to show you later that I just gave up. But I like how this came out. What was animating this character? It had lights on, the mouth moving, the tentacles also articulated and rigged. I also had this tube connected to this balloon that's off camera. It's connected to this really cheap pump. I think I gave up. I wanted to make it look like a heartbeat, but that's the best I could do. But it looks nice. Either the blink didn't work or I wanted it to be like a blink. The lighting thing, I don't know. But it's very cute and it was very well done. That's funny. It's me taking this thing like so casually. This beast. Oh man, that's a nice shot too. Oh, that part. I had to, for this angle, it's a very dynamic angle, but there was no roof. So I just quickly put a foam board on there for roof. And you can see the lights here too. I end up using that kind of lighting, which is good. It didn't give me that much flickering, I guess. A little bit. Maybe that's from the room light. I don't know. I love the head tilting here. Why? That was clever. That is some dynamic posing. Even though it's just head movements, it was easy to just animate just this head moving here. Even though I don't know how it's kept still. It's not on a off-camera rig or anything. But it worked. It worked surprisingly well. Just like, shut up, you. Boom, boom. Wait, did I say hand? No. I mean, that just moved. This isn't a pop. I think while I was animating, I wiggled this a little bit. Because, yeah, there's pipe cleaners here. So, eyebrows connected to the pipe cleaners. Him giving exposition about himself. Oh, I love the way I animated the mouse. It's not even animated properly. And even then, there was a little bit too much weight. There was not enough wires attached to the jaws. So if you notice, there's tape here because I did, when it had to close, I would get this tape and move it up more and connect it to the mouth when it has to be more closed. Like you can see the tape here wiggling a little bit in order to have the mouth close more. Urgh. Wait, do you see something? The shadow of my arm! No! Oh well. I think that, did I realize? No. No, it shut off. I love how I open one at a time. So, that's fine. It was a lot to focus on. Oh, what is this I see? My hand! Oh, man. My precious hand. Like, no, I got you. I got you. Let me hold on to that eye. I think I was focused on that jaw. Because I was focusing on the mouth animation of the jaw. I think I gave up and just, in this shot, or maybe a shot later, yeah, this one, we're just up and down, because I was like, oh, I'm tired of like moving the mouth so articulated. Let me just do wobbly mouth. Yeah, wobbly jaw. Whoa. It was good opening wide, but not keeping it closed. That's, again, where the tape came in. And I think this tape that you see here is just for marking the mouth, I guess. Now this one, yeah, this is the fight scene. We're going to cut to the fight scene. Which is, with this one, there was no storyboarding. And there was no timing or anything. So what I just did when I got to the fight scene was like, okay, fight scene. How do I do the fight scene? Let me just improvise fight scene. Let me take the surroundings that I have and just animate whatever I can to the best of my abilities and just fix it in post and editing. And that's what I did. I just did a bunch of poses and a bunch of frames, and I just had to retime it though because there were some parts that didn't have enough frames, so when I sped up or fast forward, it would come off a lot more choppy. So here is the actual scene of the fight scene, so we're going to get to it now. Yeah, you can tell there's tape here because I didn't have like fishing wire, and I thought it'd be easier to just get tape so it sticks on better and it's clear. Sure, you'll see it, but it doesn't matter since everything's just so crudely done, but it has some charm. So I was like, okay, let me animate him banging him. I think it was just one bang, like boom. And I just like recycled it and reversed it. And yeah, this is choppy with the throwing of the thing. I think I retimed it too with the speed and editing. But it still came off well. And that's when I think I was animating. I was like, oh, let me change the color of the lighting. Just show that the character is winning. And then there was a point where I was like, okay, how do I kill him? Let me get a bomb that's under the desk over here. And when I made it, I just took cardboard and just drew it. But I realized even with the lighting, it doesn't look good. So I had to like just get a still image, put this over Toon Boom, and do that. That's why it's just a still shot. Gulp. I like the part coming up. Let's see. He just like gulps even though he could escape anywhere else. Huh? What? I think he's surprised that my arm's in the way. And boom! Again, digital effects, but I just like how it just, yeah, let me cut to boom. And I animated him just like spreading out and then just taking him out. And then this character falls. I think there was tape, yeah, tape hanging here. And then the red lighting worked for this. Then I changed it to blue. And that worked well. To know that I took over the whole thing. And I was like, oh, man, I forgot to do this part. But you'll see in the last shot that I should have done the blue coloring for the eyes and mouth for this. But it's okay. Because the last shot I did. And I like the posing here. It's like, oh, I'm still on the ground. Oh, what's going on? I'm glad you wondered that too. But I like how the last shot, it's just this and me being happy and me getting the coloring right. I think I made it even more blue, right? Or was that white? Maybe it was like a light blue. No, I think it was white, then I changed it to blue. Yeah. There you go. So it was a little bit whitish bluish, then I went to full blue. This one was surprisingly good how I animated this. And this stayed still pretty well. I think I just flat out taped it to the ground. Have an animated day. And there you go. That was the animation look through the third stop motion special. A lot of improvements. A lot of quality has gotten better, but I know it could do better. And just have the time and money to do a better software and get it and work on it, which I will in the future. And a couple more animation look-throughs, we'll take a look at those. But that's all I want to share with this specific episode. And I hope you enjoyed it as much as I do. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, comment down below, follow me on my social medias. And again, thank you very much. I am Sergio Dominguez saying, have an anime day.